Hello, my name is Keith Visser from Dr. Christensen's Accounting 6650 class dealing with ethics and decision making. Today I'll be talking about the giving voice to values case, dealing with the inventory shrinkage problem that Walmart faced in Atomic City, Idaho, and what Shane O'Hara, the manager of the store, needs to do with the knowledge that has been given to him that he has been able to uncover. So to briefly summarize the case and what's going on, Walmart has a store in Atomic City, Idaho, that has had a history of inventory shrinkage, or in other words, a problem with theft or loss of their inventory. So to try and solve this problem, Walmart brought in Shane O'Hara to reduce the amount back to at least industry level, but hopefully even below industry level of the shrinkage percentage. So over that time, Shane was able to bring in an asset protection manager and set up some successful procedures to make sure that the shrinkage was able to be reduced. Even though with his progress, it seemed to be that it was too slow for the upper management. They weren't happy with where they were at, despite the real progress. Shortly after receiving this news, the inventory count at the end of the month ended up being drastically different than what they were expecting. It went from 800,000 to 80,000. Kind of a big stretch in 1 month, and Shane was a little bit nervous. However, he thought the numbers were doctored, but his immediate boss, Jeffrey Cook, informed him that this difference was due to an accounting correction, that in the past the store had been inappropriately accounting for their inventory, and so that's how it was made up. Shane wasn't fully sold on this, and so he talked to other managers around in the area, and they told him they had faced a similar situation the year before, and the way that the numbers were so drastically different was because employees started counting inventory falsely. So if there was 12 shirts on inventory on their records, but they only counted 10, they would say, instead of them being lost or stolen, that the missing 2 were in the areas where customers try and close, and that they would just count them later. So with this new information, Shane was wondering what he needs to do to make the most ethical decision. Now in this scenario, there's certain stakeholders that need to be identified. Obviously, the 2 big ones are Shane O'Hara and Jeffrey Cook, who were informed that if the shrinkage percentage was reduced to a reasonable amount, they would be receiving bonuses. Some other stakeholders are obviously the employees, who could possibly lose their job if the store is closed because the shrinkage percentage isn't brought up to par with where it should be. Other stakeholders could be community members in Atomic City, especially those who might be the ones who are responsible for the theft or loss of inventory, so they have some stake in the business. So, if you're Shane O'Hara, what does he need to do next and why? In thinking about his decision, the organizational culture should play a significant role in Shane's decision. That can be hard, the pressure that comes from the top, but it shouldn't overall affect Shane's decision of what he should do. First off, Shane should speak with his immediate boss, Jeffrey Cook, and let him know of what he found out about the inappropriate counting measures. If Jeffrey decides that he doesn't want to listen or refuses to listen, then Shane should go one step above and talk with Jeffrey Cook's supervisors as well and inform them of the information which Shane has found. And at the end of the day, Shane should also speak with his employees and let them know of the accounting fraud that he's been able to uncover, and let those who are dealing with it to come forward and say that it was their fault. Now, if Shane comes and talks to Jeffrey Cook, first off, Cook will probably counter him saying that, we're just making a correction. If there's nothing wrong here, we're making a correction. And he's going to do this because he wants his bonus and he wants to look good. And to counteract this, Shane should show him the real progress that he's been able to make with his decisions, with the programs he's been able to implement, and the real good that he's able to do, and the real true percentage of shrinkage reduction he's been able to overcome. And at the end of the day, a bonus is not nearly as important as truthful accounting and truthful representation of what inventory really is in the store. So this concludes my presentation on the Giving Voice to Values case about Walmart's inventory shrinkage problem. I appreciate your time and attention. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks.